Whatever. Fuck all that bullshit. We're here to not think about that.
I know it's like, hopefully we're still here to think about it. After, like, Putan's fucking some horse shits that he was saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't be bringing it all to Arab, Vlad. Nobody was mentioning nothing about no nuclear, none. We were just saying, hey, stop that shit. And he was just like, no. You know? So the world was like, all right, money go. And he was like, dick. And like, then you have to take it to that. We're not there yet. He took it all the way to there.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not here to think about that.
I don't want to think about that.
We're here to, like, not think about that.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Not think about it.
Don't think about that.
Everybody. Fuck. Everybody got our burgers Tuesday again, so that means...
That means we're still here.
No storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk for marijuana.
Nudity on slick paper.
Hopefully.
Shush! We're not here to think or to talk about the shit state of the fucking world. That's why we...
I wasn't going to say about the shit state of the world.
Oh, then what were you going to say when you were like, hopefully we're still here?
You interrupted me.
Go. What were you going to say that's not involved in the state of the shit world? Or the shit state of the world?
I don't know. Everything involves the shit state of the world in one way.
Except for this.
Except for this little piece of thing here that nobody's going to see. It's going to get 100 views 6 years from now.
And even though me and Bird have been talking about the shit state of the world for like 45 minutes up until this point of started recording,
really hard.
and we probably will anyway. And look, we're already fucking just taking up time by talking about how we're not going to talk about the shit state of the world.
We're not going to talk about the shit state of the world that we just mentioned 16 times. I'm not going to talk about that shit stain world. That bald-headed shit stain in Russia.
So we're going back in time to the 1950s.
Yes, before Putin was born.
And we're going to have some fun and wallow in that time.
Yeah.
You know, post-World War II, whenever all the white people were fucking prosperous and everything else.
Is that important?
No. But look, I guess, yeah, for them back in the day it was.
That's the great.
That's why everybody's like, you know, oh, the 50s, they were so great. No, for a certain amount of, like, middle-class fucking white people, the 50s were super. But for most other people, they weren't.
Well, I like when people say, like, or you act like America just shut down and everybody tried to make it and do dang, ding, dang, do. And I'm like, does anybody remember Black Wall Street? I mean, they pretty much burnt it all down. And, like, burn it down. You know, that's how paranoid they were of anyone else making it. You know, so don't give me this shit about the American dream. You know? It was for him, not you.
Rules and stuff for thee, not for me.
Right.
That's the whole landscape of the
we're
shit
still
world.
bringing the shit world.
Yeah, we are.
Even in the 50s, it was shit world. There was shit everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. Feces was somewhere.
Anyway, what we're here to talk about today is dating do's and don'ts.
Dating do's and don'ts.
I don't think there was a title card, so you just got a fucking
Can I ask you
picture
a question?
or a video of probably some kid with a pompadour.
What do you think the first What do you think the first feces came from? What was the first organism that was just like,
do
hey,
single cell organisms kind of poop something?
I mean, I
would assume no.
Scientists,
maybe.
Like, these are not the questions. But no, but like if I had a scientist in front of me, I'd probably ask him about it. What was the first thing to go? What was the first thing to fart? Did dinosaurs fart and react to it? That's what I would like to know. Not if they ate people or if they liked beans or whatever. But if they were like, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but if they farted, you know? Like a T-Rex was just walking, it was like after he just ate a whole Stegosaurus.
I would assume
Like,
they
oh my
would fart.
stomach, fuck, Jesus. And then the other one beside him would be like, oh, bro.
I'm pretty sure dinosaurs didn't talk to each other, man.
Yeah, but like...
This ain't the land before time.
I know, but how bad would a fucking T-Rex's fart smell?
Probably pretty fucking bad.
Like rancid.
Anyway. We start off with this kid with the pompadour getting the mail.
I'm like, wait a minute, what are we even talking about? I forgot.
He gets a letter in the mail. Somebody hurt their fucking leg, something, but they end up sending him a ticket for this High King Carnival or something like that?
Yeah.
Here's the latest on my broken ankle. Doc says I'll be all right, only I have to stay off my feet for a week or so. Anyway, here's the ticket for the High Teen Carnival. It's too late to turn it in, so you have yourself a time and tell me all about it.
He's got a ticket to ride.
And he's like, man, this is couple. What about a date? And he thinks about that.
I should get a woman.
One couple. That means a date. Not like just going around with the crowd. Just me and the girl. Well, that's all right. Only, what girl? Who?
So he's like trying to figure, like, well, this thing goes through like different ways of like how you would ask.
Well, yeah, because it goes right now. How do you choose a date?
How do you choose a date? Whose company would you enjoy?
Do you club him over the head?
No, first you consider looks.
Well, one thing you can consider is looks. Woody thought of Janice and how good-looking she was. He'd really have to rate to date somebody like her.
Is she pretty? Does she look like a dog?
And they're like they're
Hillary
dart
Clinton?
throwing, but it's all like in a dark fucking like room. Like that flashback weird fucking Family Ties episode where never mind. I was saying where Michael J. Fox. But go
A
ahead.
question about Hillary Clinton's face, dude. Did she take the fucking whatever perfume or whatever from like 1989's Batman? She's got this permanent thing where she's like, love that Joker.
Anyway, this girl thinks she's too good for Woody and whatnot.
Well, it's too bad Janice always acts so superior and bored. She'd make a fellow feel awkward and inferior.
What not?
Then we meet Betty. She's not fun.
Woody, looking like a young Ted Cruz.
Well, perhaps someone who doesn't feel superior. There's Betty. And yet, it just doesn't seem as if she'd be much fun.
And then we get Anne. Anne's a good time, but not the good time you're all hoping she's a good time.
What about Anne? She knows how to have a good time and how to make the fellow with her relax, have fun too.
Who was hoping? Woody or us?
And then we could learn at the end, yeah,
Pre-breaks.
Anne's cool because boys like to be appreciated.
Yes, that's what a boy likes. He wants to know he's appreciated. Anne would be fun on a date.
I love that. Boys like to be appreciated. I'm like, yes, and they also like their pee-pees touched.
So Woody, he decides on Anne.
So Woody decided he'd ask Anne for this first date. But just how should he ask her? And what if she refused? No, it won't be easy asking for that first date.
She's like, she'd be fun, and she also looks like fucking Judy Garland.
His brother Eddie comes home from work at the mill at 17, 18.
19.
Well, Woody, hi.
Hi, Ed.
What you doing?
Just thinking.
Don't work too hard.
I mean, I guess that's back in the day when you could get a job
Yeah.
at a fucking mill right out of high school and
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah, but,
you know.
but explain me. Explain me.
Explain me!
Explain me.
I know
Words. Explain me words. Me no nothing. But no, seriously. The mom. Explain why she was 75.
Oh, the mom. I thought you said the Bob.
Yeah, the mom. Explain to me why the mom's 75. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we got mom yet.
No, we didn't.
No, but we will. Don't worry.
Oh, we'll get mom.
So Woody asks mom, speaking of, if like going on a date would be okay.
Is it all right with you if I have a date Saturday night?
Well, she kind of first misinterprets what he asks,
Well,
but then he
said about something.
he
She was like,
elaborates.
oh, honey, you always go out Saturday night with your friends. You know, play with your baby.
Well, of course, you generally go out on Saturdays.
Hello, may I speak to Mary, please?
But, Mom, this is different. A date. I haven't asked her yet, but I'd like to take Aunt Davis to the High Teen Carnival.
Oh, Anne's a nice girl, but
Well, then she's kind of like, well, you're too young and me.
a date? Well, you're rather young.
Oh, Mom, give him a break. I think he can swing it. We all have to start sometime.
Well, if you don't overdo on dating, Ed knows what I mean. Weekends only and not too late.
Thanks,
Mary?
Mom.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he's fucking.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
16, 15. You know, he's young enough. He's got sprouts down there, Nan.
So blah blah fucking blah. Woody calls Ann on the dial phone.
Yeah. Like, seriously, and the fucking, like, the receiver, you were like, oh!
He gets the mom first. He's all nervous and fucking stuttering and shit.
Hello, Mrs. Davis. This is Woody. Alan Woodruff. May I speak to Ann?
He's like, I'm like, well, look, I understand. We were all there at once, maybe.
So now we get to learn how to ask for a date.
How do you ask for a date?
How did you ask for your date?
Which date?
Any date. Did you have a method?
Fuck no.
Did you try flowers first?
Fuck no.
What?
This ain't 1950.
Did they not do
Dude, me and Trish got hooked up together after a case of warm Labatt.
Okay, Warm Labatt did it then.
Yeah.
But, like, okay, so what, did you dated before her?
Yeah.
What was your approach then?
I didn't have no fucking approach.
You were just like, Munchunga? She was like, Munchunga! And you guys got together and was like, Munga!
Yeah,
like fucking animals.
Pretty much.
No, well, great.
What, have you ever asked out a chick with flowers and fucking chocolates on a first fucking date like a fucking dork?
If she was chunky, she would like chocolates.
All women like chocolates, man.
That's right. I like chocolates.
Everybody
You don't
likes
fucking
chocolate.
like chocolate.
Well, I know some people that don't like chocolate and they're weird.
Fuck them.
But I also know people that don't like coffee and they're fucking weird
Yeah,
too.
fuck them too.
So anyway, here's one way you could ask.
What about this?
Ann? Well, how about a date?
Ann turns him down.
Well, really? No thanks, Woody.
Yeah, flat. She was like, nah.
And now he's like super confident, kinda dickish about it.
Well, suppose he did it this way.
Hi, Ann. What you doing Saturday night?
Well, I guess I'm busy.
Oh, yeah? Any chance of giving him the brush off for me?
Yeah, hey, babe. Wanna go out with me? I got everything you need.
Still turns him down.
Well, of all the nerve!
And then he asks kind of a normal way, and she's like, yeah, fine.
Well, is there another way?
Ann? This is Woody. Well, I have a ticket for the High Teen Carnival Saturday, and, well, would you like to go?
Why, yes, Woody. I'll have to talk to my folks about it, but I think I can go. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, shall I pick you up about 8 o'clock?
That's fine, Woody. 8 o'clock Saturday. I think it'll be all right, but I'll let you know for sure. Bye. A date with Woody. Saturday.
You know, the thing is that if this fuck had, like, you know, a halfway decent personality, wasn't like a dead fucking moth, and if the chick liked you in the first place, it wouldn't really matter all that much how you asked, as long as you asked if she liked you, you know. You know, they go through this whole spew like, hey, Ed, do you want to go to the ding-a-ding-a-dong-a-dong-dong? You're like, who gives a fuck?
It's the
You
50s, so
shake it by it, you're like,
it's 50s on here, man. They
I
have to
know.
be all fucking... Even though this is not the way life worked back then.
no, they just,
I mean, it did for some people, but it was like... But a lot of... It's just like now, people are just fucking like crazy, getting all fucked up and everything
fucked
else.
up. Meeting at the dance back in the day. I don't know, it would have been the dance, you know. Later on, the VFW.
So anyway, blah, blah, fucking blah. Ann is getting ready. When her little sister comes in.
Hi, Ann. Hi, Judy. What are you doing? Why aren't you being Krista, little sister? I'm getting ready for my date tonight with Woody. Oh, he's nice.
They talk about the date.
A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly. We're going to the High Teen Carnival. And then he'll bring me home.
Sister's weird. She's like, she's got constant fucking Laura Ingraham face. She's like,
Well, she does, or she is, she is kind of disappointed in the answer.
Oh, that doesn't sound like much. Why, we'd have fun at the carnival, you and I, wouldn't we? Oh, yes. Well, Woody and I are going to have fun in just that way.
she's like, and I hate how everybody scream talks in this. You going on a date? You know, like, yeah! We're in
Yeah.
a small room!
They
Stop
scream-
fucking yelling at me!
They scream talk more about said dates and whatnot.
Do you even like this dork. She was like, "Gee." I made him ask me 7 different ways.
I think the important thing about a date is to have a good time. And you don't need to spend a lot of money to do that. You just enjoy whatever you're doing. Whether it's movies or parties or anything. And you leave your boyfriend enough money so he'll ask you again. My, you'll be out late. Why not particularly late? Mom and Dad and I have an agreement about what time to come in. Look, will you be a honey and get my stockings from the bathroom? Sure.
So we cut to Woody. He has a stain on his jacket.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, she's not gonna think I'm cool now.
Mom, do we have any cleaning fluid? There's a spot on my coat.
Goodness, you know we have some. Oh, here, let me.
No, I'll do it.
That's it, son. Look your best. Your first date is mighty important.
Yeah.
He talks to his fucking parents about their first date. Well, more like Mom talks about her first date.
Yeah, like,
And Mom is like 80 years old.
Were you excited the night of your first date?
I sure was.
So was I. I took my date seriously. A date was a major event. Why, the night of my first date, my date had a flat tire and he was an hour late. And he didn't even bother to call me. Well, when he finally came, I had to run upstairs and do my face and my hair all over again. Oh, I was so upset.
That fella had a lot to learn about girls. Your mother lost all interest in him after she met me.
Like, Mom, first off, when's the first time you gave a little jibby lubba lubba sobba lubba done? You know? But before we get into that, why are you 85? And why does Dad have a Hitler mustache? You know? And all that while she's going through like, oh, well, son, back in the day, I used to buff a knob, but ding, ding, ding. You know, and meanwhile, Dad's in her rubbing the dishes like, fucking bitch. You know? Yeah, go ahead, tell about the dudes you fucked before me.
Well, dude, I mean, he did shine those dishes so fucking good. Woody was able to look and see himself in one.
Right, yeah, he's like, I look like a young Kyle Wittenhouse.
So,
Didn't that fucker look like, every time I saw him, I was like, oh, a young Kyle Rittenhouse tries to get a date, you know? And he's like, hey, I killed 3 people in cold blood. Wanna go to the dance on Sunday?
the MAGA dance on Sunday?
The MAGA dance.
The
MAGA dance on Sunday. Oh, fuck. Tucker Carlson.
At the local Pennsylvania fucking VFW. Anyway, the parents and Woody talk about how important it is to be on time.
And the moral of that story is that I should be on time tonight, right?
You bet. And the same goes for Ann.
Any girl who can't be ready on time for a date isn't good enough for my boy. Well, what are you doing? Oh, go find a mirror so you can see yourself.
Tucker be like, why shouldn't I go to a VFW in Pennsylvania with my bow ties and a kid who's only 15 who killed 3 people cold blood? Why shouldn't I do that? I don't know, Tucker. Why?
So,
you know, why shouldn't I like Putin? You know?
Blah, blah.
I fucking hate that little...
Blah, blah, fucking blah.
I hate him.
That didn't exist now.
It doesn't exist in the now. But if we could go, if in the 50s, you look into the future, there's a bow-tied little prick, you know? And he just says things. And I can't believe, is like, does this fucker have his own little community where he has his own little grocery store, his own little gas station, his own little dentist office? That isn't there anybody that's just like, hey, you, shut the fuck up! You! Shut up!
Well, there's that one guy.
The one guy. There needs to be 1,000 people going, you, shut the fuck up.
I would assume he gets lots of fucking deliveries and lots of Amazon and Instacart and all that stuff deliveries.
I bet he does. Little
Anyway,
fucking pussy.
blah blah fucking blah. Woody and Ed talk about flowers and stuff.
Ann won't expect flowers, will she?
Huh? Oh, I hardly think so. I'm taking these to Mary because it's a special occasion. Of course, if you want to take flowers anyway, I guess there's no law against it.
But I don't have to, unless it's a ritzy affair.
That's the general idea. Flowers for a prom or a very special party. Otherwise, you don't need to.
It's like, man, I know I'm fat as shit, and I wouldn't look good in
You're so done.
and I wouldn't look good in it at all. But man, I kind of wish it was like the fucking 40s and 50s, man. I would love to, like, I mean, I know it would look horrible, but I would love to have to wear, like wear fucking the suits all the time and the cool fucking suits.
You're
and
an
the
asshole.
Fucking
Taking
the
all the
hats
ammo away from me. You're like, oh, fat piece of shit. Look how horrible I look. I don't know. I've never seen you in a tux or nothing.
Well, no, I'm not talking about a tux. I was
Or a
talking
suit
about, like,
and tie.
a fucking, like, you know, the fucking 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s suits, man. And, like, the fucking hats and stuff. I mean, I kind of already kind of wear the hats.
Dumbasses in the fucking garage wearing the overalls. Like,
Well, yeah, true fucking that, but whatever.
Stupid shit.
I'm just saying that it doesn't fucking matter.
we would never be in a situation where we'd have to wear a suit and tie, you know.
So, blah, blah, fucking blah, we cut to the carnival where there are a million rubbers hanging from the ceiling. Of all colors.
Oh my god! I didn't know it was gonna be this kind of party. Swing it!
And we get to see around the carnival, we get sea darts. We get to see there's a sideshow, but we don't get to see any freaks. I'm disappointed.
They are the freaks.
And then we get to see there's a fortune teller. There's refreshment, drinks, and big-ass hot dogs.
It's like every MAGA hat's dream right now. It's just like, look at all the pure white people! Yay! Oh, Lord help us.
So that was a fun time at the carnival, wasn't it?
Was it?
But when you're having so much fun, time goes all too fast.
I don't know, it was like 26 seconds. I don't know.
Fucking just bouncing your head off rubbers all through the place.
And then, you know, because now it's time to take Anne home. And narrator dude pops in, is like, how to say goodnight.
And now, good night. The end of a perfect evening. But how do you say good night?
So,
well, there's like several different ways. Like, first,
3.
whatever. First, he tried to just take it. And she was like, hey, breath smells like straight
And
up
she fucking
ass.
runs off. Or there's the second time where it's kind of like this.
Or it could go this way.
Well, so long.
Just like that. After all, a girl likes to know you've had a good time.
He just fucking dips, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, see ya.
He's like, hey, good time. He didn't even say that shit. He was just like, well, see you. And just dipped.
And then third.
Burn.
And then the third time. There's no kiss. But it ends nice.
Well, it's getting late.
Yes, it is. I'd ask you in for a bite to eat if it weren't so late. Let's plan to get home in time for a sandwich or something next time.
Say, that sounds good. I'll call you next week.
Will you? Well, thanks so much. I had loads of fun.
So did I.
Good night, Woody.
Night, Ann.
Well, yeah, he was like, hey, swell time. Want to do it again? And she was like, I guess.
Well, he walks off whistling.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go home and jerk that
That's not-
fucking
that's not
meat,
what
dude.
it
I
was.
guarantee he's gonna jerk that fucking meat when he
course
goes
he
fucking
is.
home. He's gonna and then he's gonna form his pompadour with it. I'm sorry. That was kind of gross.
That's terrible.
Oh yeah, so that was it. That was
Poor
dating.
young couple
That was
now.
dating do's and don'ts.
Is it written or whatever the
I don't
fuck
give a
that-
fuck. That dude does not exist to me in this room right now. Once the camera goes on, we ain't talking about this stuff anymore. Even though you know we're gonna be talking about this stuff all the time. But I'm trying to not, dude. I know it sucks. The world sucks. But you
We're in
can't.
the 50s now.
You can't.
It
Not
sucks
anymore.
that
The
too.
50s are over.
Oh,
we're here
we've
now.
come back.
But no, dude, it's like, you can't, I mean, yeah, it sucks, and it's like, everything's fucking crazy, but you can't focus on it all the fucking time. You will drive yourself insane. I know, I was doing it for a very long time. You can't, man, because there's nothing that mine and your fucking fat asses over here in Pennsylvania is going to do about anything. Anything.
I know.
So you can't be like, you just gotta fucking just keep living. Livin.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Is fucking Matthew McConaughey would say from Dazed and Confused, which is almost 30 years old. Fuck you.
And he still looks better than us.
That movie's almost 30 years old, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when that movie came out and how it was like the biggest, like, to like the stoner teenagers that we all were, it was like the biggest fucking thing ever. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, for Gunner and Bird, we'll see you later. So, dude, speaking, it was like so some other topic that's not the goddamn shit state of the world. Let's talk about the shit state of fucking movie franchises. Because me and Trish, for the fucking whatever reason, we decided to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel on Netflix. And it was it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It
was gonna be.
The gore was kind of cool. Like, the gore, like, they went all out on the fucking gore.
Good for them.
But, yeah, dude, the story was fucking stupid. The characters were fucking stupid. And it's like, they just decided, they're like, we're never gonna make your faces, like, should be like 80-some years old. Because if goddamn Sally Hardesty is goddamn fucking, like, 70, Leatherface is at least 10 years older than Sally Hardesty was.
At least.
Yeah. And he was in a fucking orphanage? So it's like, after the end of the first one, his remaining family was like, fuck you?
Yeah.
And they put his grown-ass adult ass into a goddamn fucking orphanage? Yeah, dude, you know what the premise of the fucking movie was? The premise of the fucking movie is that these influencers, these fucking millennial fucking, or maybe even below millennials, like, what's now? Gen Z.
Now?
What's the fucking, like, teenagers or early 20s of now?
You're asking the wrong person.
These influencers buy a town. An abandoned town. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Leatherface is there. And they kill his mother by giving her a heart attack. His orphanage mother. And then he just goes around killing everybody. It's like, you kind of root for fucking Leatherface because you're like, yeah, all these characters of these kids are fucking assholes. They're all dickbags. Fuck them.
Maybe you're just old.
Nah, dude, it's just bad.
You don't think you're just old?
No.
I'm starting to think that sometimes I'm being all crotchety. I'm like, maybe I'm just old.
Yeah.
Like, get off my lawn.
Oh yeah, that's every part of everything.
Stupid music you kids listen to these days.
I mean, but dude, it's crap.
What, the music?
There is good music. There is good brand new music out there. You just have to fucking find it.
You gotta find it.
The shit like that's on the radio, like the shit that Trish listens to, is fucking shit.
That's straight up poop.
And it's not being old. It's just
poop.
Shit.
There's no heart in it at all. Just poop. You know.
Because, yeah, dude, I mean, I will say, just for at least two different genres, like the mid-90s were, like, the best fucking year. This is not even me being old, it's just because the music is so much better. But for rap and metal, man, the mid-90s were fucking a great time for fucking rap and fucking metal.
It's, you know,
but now rap kind of sucks.
You know, it's like a big thing now. I know.
Metal's metal.
You know, kids, when they ride around their bikes, or when they're just walking around, they turn on their music like loud as balls, so everybody can hear it.
You mean like back in the '80s when we had
your
boom boxes?
But now they're just like, yeah. I'm just like, huh. But the music they listen to is horrible. Yeah. Like, is it the same artist? You know, like it's all that mumble rap type stuff. It's a constant. And like there's no, you know what I mean? There's no, I don't know. It's just like constant saying the same thing over and over. And they dug, I don't know, whatever. You know, let's get in on that. Let's do it.
No.
Well, no, can't. No.
All right, I guess that's that. I guess I should just get up and turn the camera off now, huh? I don't want to.
I don't want to. Like, you're right about the dwelling on that stuff. But, Jesus, after morons say crazy shit, you're like, okay, I'm kind of on edge now. How do I not be on edge?
Dude, of course you're on edge. We're all on fucking edge. But you just can't. It can't be your all day, every day.
Well, no, it's not my all day, every day. I got other shit going on. But yeah, it's definitely something that's always in the back of your mind, like, let's hope this guy doesn't do nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be living in a Fallout game.
Right? That's right.
I mean, I would love running around listening to the music.
Well, no, but you don't want to be just sitting here and all of a sudden, like, everybody's phone just goes off and it says, incoming missile.
Dude, you just made my stomach drop, dude. For real, I just felt like, bleh, like uneasiness. It was like, dude, I could just imagine.
What?
The fucking everybody's fucking
phone going off at the same time.
Yeah,
saying that there's an incoming.
Yeah.
Think about it. I don't want to think about it. Don't think about it. That's terrible. Let's not think about it. Let's hope that everybody calm the motherfucker down. Nobody's talking about nuclear nothing. Somebody get this motherfucker out that bunker. Show him some light. Be like, look, Vlad, look, the sun's out, dude. There's birds chirping.
Because this
doesn't fuck down.
This doesn't come out for a week.
Oh, we're still here.
Yeah, because I mean, I got rid of the 2 week thing.
I hope Ukraine's still there.
Not on purpose, but by accident. I got rid of the 2 week in between. But I kind of like it coming out a week after we do it. There's just no buffer if anything bad happens. But whenever anything bad happens, not in the world, but just like personally, we can take a break and it is what it is. I've come to terms with taking a break if need be after my whole surgery thing.
Pee. Oh! Let's hope nothing. Everybody's good.
God.
Everybody's safe.
Oh, my fucking goddamn sciatic. It hurts the whole way from my hip down into my fucking knee. That shit fucking sucks.
Don't you think, like, if this all settles down and everything's cool, like, the world should come together, like, you know what, do we really need nuclear weapons?
They're never gonna get rid of them.
Do we really need to have all this crap and kill each other?
Dude, if none of the other wars before this has like made people think it's not gonna happen.
Well, because look,
I would love it to happen. I would love there to be like, we don't need to kill each other. Yay, happiness, world peace. But we're stupid fucking monkey fucking people that are goddamn bloodthirsty fucking animals that just want to feed on the flesh of the fucking weak.
Wow. Let's hope you're wrong. Morbid.
Don't be sitting there trying to have some kind of fake optimism. You know we're horrible, stupid monkey people that are violent as fuck. We've always been violent as fuck. We will always be violent as fuck.
And will be.
On that note.